Welcome to Humble Narcissists Podcast, episode 34.
34.
Woo woo. Keep on rocking and a rolling.
Right.
So, what have you been up to this week?
I was sick, so that was fun. It was like allergies. Allergies just screwed me up for like 2 days.
Yeah.
Yes, it's terrible.
Well, I can say that it does feel like it has gotten warmer out or colder outside, which is great for me because yesterday I actually felt like I could sit outside for a little bit.
It's fake fall.
Shut up, Dylan. It needs to stay like that.
I agree 100%. This is perfect weather.
We're starting pumpkin spice season.
Basic.
You saw that Starbucks already released all their pumpkin spice stuff, didn't you?
That doesn't surprise me. I know I didn't see it, but it doesn't surprise me.
I'm pretty dang excited. And then next week, Crumble supposedly has banana nut bread. Or maybe, no, I think next week is the pumpkin muffin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'll probably swing by there and get me a pumpkin muffin. Because that's the kind of stuff
You can't have it if you can't say it.
Shut up, Dylan. I didn't just say it. I said it perfectly fine. So, what else have you been doing?
Nothing really. I'm getting stuff ready to go out of town for the weekend.
That's right.
Going to my uncle's wedding. Yeah.
You're finally going to do something. So, are you going to come back with like stories and stuff?
I don't know.
I don't really have crazy like relative stories other than like my sisters and nieces and nephews, but that's really about it. So something that you asked me today on this wonderful Thursday is why did it seem like I was in had a crap day? So as you and our viewers know, I have been dealing with a lot of home issues.
Oh no.
So last night I discovered there is now a leak in our downstairs bathroom. So I have been trying to play detective to figure out where that's coming from because I thought maybe it was the toilet, but it's coming from behind the sink when you flush the toilet.
Okay.
So I may have to put said crews that we have talked about on hold because if I have to pay for them to come in and
fix that, you don't want to spend all that money, yes.
Because I am not going to finance a vacation.
Right.
And plus, I don't want my spouse to have to work extra just so that I can go on vacation.
Without him.
Correct.
Yeah.
And fix the wall. So I've been dealing with that.
Oh, gotcha.
Another fun journey that I had is I looked into therapy because I feel like I probably do need it. I think my moment of pure realization that I most definitely need someone to talk to was when it was you do like the questionnaire and stuff for this website. We won't name them just in case they want to sponsor us one day. But they put you through this whole questionnaire and you do it all, and then
it makes you feel crazy, doesn't it?
Well, it sat there, and the question that got me was a really simple one of why are you seeking therapy? So then it's like, please describe in as much detail as you can so that we can put you with the best therapist for you. So I, being who I am, let it all bear out in that. And I weirdly started crying and I was like, oh God, I think I really do need this. So
maybe you just needed to write it down to get it out.
That's true. So then I was going to sign up, but then it was like, it's like $60 a week. And I was like, what? And it was like, we'll take it out once a month. And I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, that's what, $240, $250?
Yeah. So now I am, I have to get a new doctor because, as you know, I had to switch insurance. So I'm going to do.
Can you pay for it with your HSA?
I can, but I don't want to use all of it on that.
Right, I get it.
So then,
but maybe a good month or two might be worth it. $500?
That's true. So now I'm going to go see a new doctor. I have that scheduled. I have everything set up. And I was thinking that maybe they could recommend somebody in the network. So
that will be good for you. They'll have you fill out that the same form.
I know. So I think that a big thing will be just getting my mental health back on track. So I think that would be nice.
What you don't want to do is eat.
I'm trying not to, but that's my guilt. That's my downfall. I've been eyeing all the ice cream that I have in this house, but I have refused to eat it. So that's what I've been up to. It's been kind of a chaotic week. And then on top of that, this weekend, I don't know if I'm going to leave this in or not. We are going to go see my husband's grandmother.
You're going to have to tell me how that goes.
So depending on if I get his okay to talk about it, I will.
Well, I'll still hear about it regardless.
You'll still hear about it, but like if the viewers will. So as you know, Corey and I, we've been together for almost 10 years. I only know one side of his family because he does not speak to the other. So this whole time I've not had to interact with them. So this is a huge deal in my house that on this weekend we are going to be visiting his grandmother. You know, I'm not really nervous because
you're easy to hate. So
I know I'm easy to hate, but at the same time, like, I don't need anything out of it.
Right.
And
honestly, I think it's more for him. I think that will give him a little bit of closure or a little bit of resolution.
That's right, because they had a falling out over him being a homosexual. So
stupid gays.
You know how I am though, because I'm crazy. So like I've prepared like all the different fights in my head so that I know what to say.
What to
back.
be prepared for, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing the past few days, is dealing with that. So we'll see how things go this
If you think of the worst possible outcome, if it happens, you won't be surprised. Right. That's my life.
That's how I am. So
that's why I always feel like I'm going to die when I have a cold. Because I tell myself I'm going to. I
will say that I am partly hoping that this doesn't mean that like I will one day have to go to that side of the family's like events with him, because that's like the best part of them like disowning him, is that I only have to worry about one side of the family. Like my family's enough, and then I just have to get along with his side, and that's that. I don't need to go to the people that don't like the homosexuals.
Right, where you feel unwanted.
Indiana.
Yes.
So that is everything that is going on in my life right now. So I would like to turn to a funnier topic, because that was kind of heavy for me. So there's a show that has resurfaced on TikTok called My Husband's Not Gay.
Okay.
And I've been trying to find out where I can watch this. So I went onto Roku and searched, and the only place that I found was Amazon, but you had to pay for the episodes. So I've been watching all the clips, and it is hilarious. Just from what I've seen. So what this show is about, I told you to look into it just like a couple hours ago, so I doubt you really have.
No, because I've been driving.
It is about a group of Mormons in Utah that it is women married to men that suffer from SSA. And that is same-sex attraction.
Is Heather Gay's husband on there? Ex-husband?
Oh, I wish. So
that could have been how she got her start before Beauty Lab.
It's all about these Mormon men who find themselves attracted to men, but they are also in love with their wives.
There's a weird, like, large amount of porn about the Mormon dudes. It's weird.
It's because they're so repressed.
I know, it's weird.
There was a clip that I saw where they were sitting there, and they were a preacher or something was talking to him about how being attracted to men was wrong. But like they're like, oh, I can't help it. I can't help it. So then I saw another clip where the guy told his wife that he was going to go on a camping trip with the other men. And she's like, okay. It's like, this is Brokeback Mountain. This is legit Brokeback Mountain. So I have to find this show and watch it. Because there was another one where they go to a restaurant with another couple, and like the waiter is real attractive. So then the wives start like questioning the husbands on how they felt when they saw the waiter.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
That sounds terrible.
Reminder, this is TLC, the Learning Channel.
That's not surprising. Then maybe it would be on Discovery.
I looked, and it's not there. So I'm guessing what had happened is that this show might have offended certain people, so they had to... Is that
kind of like the show about Kathy, Kim, and Kyle going around making over the homeless? Because that show never saw the light of day either.
Was that a real show? No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
Kathy, Kim, and Kyle,
yes,
from Beverly Hills?
Yes, the three sisters. They went around making over the homeless people.
No, they did not.
Yes, they did. Look that shit up.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Because...
It's the toothless,
not
or homeless, toothless, or whatever.
Homeless, not toothless, or toothless, not homeless.
They're all like, get a different name.
Right.
What a dumb foundation.
God.
I think that if I'm homeless, hopefully, God forbid that never happens to me. But if I were homeless, I think my teeth would be my last bit of my worry. Like at that point, I'd probably succumb.
I mean, if you're homeless, you probably would be toothless.
Well, not with Dorit in town. She will make sure you have teeth, girl.
I'm just saying, if you're homeless and you need something to do to make money, you gum that shit.
Is that your backup plan? Nope. Just gum it?
Nope. I have my teeth.
Shut up.
God.
So... I can't believe that was a show.
Yes.
That was really a show that they went around. That was really
a show.
They made over the homeless people.
Yes, it didn't last long, but it was a show.
Who thought that was a good idea?
Probably Kathy. She seems like she'd be out of touch like that. And then Kyle just wanted to be on TV.
Well, yeah.
And then Kim's just happy to be there.
Kim likes turtles. So her and I are like spiritually connected in that way.
I love Crazy Kim.
I wish she would come back.
I do too.
Speaking of Beverly Hills Housewives, you had me look into that drama with Brandy Glanville. So she released text messages and stuff between them. I saw that. I could not find the actual text messages, or like I did see the video that she was referring to
with Andy and Kate.
Yeah, and you could tell she was uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like I like that when she says she just like accepted it because he was her boss. I love how Bravo keeps sitting there saying, oh, he's not the boss at all, blah, blah. It's like, it is known throughout all of the housewives, he's the boss.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Like saying that he's not the boss since he was in trouble is just annoying. And then, not to mention, they said that they brought in a third-party investigator and he was cleared of all charges.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's probably like someone he knows.
It was probably Teresa.
Maybe.
She said, "You're clear." Andy.
Did you hear the rumor like Joe Gorga showed Andy Hole?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Like he just showed him, or like
that's just what I'm seeing on the internet. On the streets.
The streets say that the casting couch is alive and it's in reality TV now. That's crazy.
A new era of Harvey Weinstein.
You know what, though? I can see it because back in the day, when all that stuff went down with Kathy Griffin, mm-hmm. she stated that people have confessed that individual did inappropriate things, and no one ever took him to task on that. Mm-hmm. So I believe it.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean,
hashtag.
You gotta do what you gotta do to get up in life somehow. I mean, some people have better standards. Well,
I mean, moving from Housewives to something exciting, Stassi's in talks of doing a Hulu show.
Yeah.
That is exciting.
We talked about that last time.
No, we talked about it in person. I don't think that we talked about it on the podcast. But I want to talk about it on the podcast because I kept saying that I was going to stop watching Vanderpump Rules because they got rid of her. Yeah. And I did.
Exactly.
So now that she's in talks to do her Hulu show, I am so excited.
Are you going to watch Vanderpump Villa? I think that's how they're leveraging her.
If she is on there, I will watch it.
Yeah, she is. She is slated as a full-time cast member.
Oh, well then, yeah, I'll probably watch it. Mm-hmm. What annoys me is that they sat there and they got rid of her, but then they let Kristen come back.
Kristen and Jax.
Yeah, but yet Stassi, they didn't bring back. But at the same time, I think that she also probably told him no.
I could see that. I think she's outgrown that.
I do too. But she's also doing very well for herself because she does her podcast and like tours and all that stuff.
Yep.
She has like 2 kids now too,
Yeah.
don't she? And she's still married to Bo. Mm-hmm. So I always love Stassi because one of my favorite lines that ever happened in the show is where what's her name? Sheena is it their waitress? And it's like one of the early seasons.
Yes.
And she's like,
I don't know what I did for you or did to you, but could I have a Pinot Grigio?
Yes.
Yes.
That is one of my favorite lines ever. But there's that one. And then when he's like, you're the devil. And she's like, and don't you forget it. That's how I feel in my marriage.
Because she was on like the Bad Girl School thing, wasn't she? Or she was on something.
Stassi?
Yeah.
Was she on something before Vanderpump?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to have to look that up.
Because I'm pretty sure it might have been like that Monique show, that competition for the Bad Girls. Where
Charm School?
Yes. Or something similar to that.
Well,
We'll look it up on break. And
yeah, we'll look that up on break. But like when she did like Charm School was just the Rocco Love Girls and like Flavor of Love Girls.
It was some sort of rendition. We'll look it up.
Well, I'm excited if she really gets her own show because that'll be probably my new favorite reality TV show.
Well, I think it's just like a talk show type thing.
The talk show?
I think. I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I like her, so I'm okay with her getting a talk show. What else is going on in reality TV world?
Reality TV world?
Still don't have a 90-day fiance, so you're not a good friend.
I know, but you never watch Below Deck, so you're not a good friend.
You never watched 1,000-Pound Sisters.
I started it.
Did you not like it?
I just couldn't get into it.
Hits home, doesn't it?
I mean, not for me, no. Because I'm not 1,000 pounds.
Oh, if you watched it, then did you see the part where...
I didn't get far.
Well, it's like one of the first episodes. Did you see where they went to the junkyard to weigh themselves?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, my God. Their regular scales in the beginning could not weigh them, so they had to go to the junkyard and get weighed by that.
Shit.
I mean, if you want to talk about a rude awakening...
If I ever get to be like that, I just want to be wheeled out into the woods and left.
Oh my God, that's still like
I'll be a feast for the animals.
That's still one of the funniest moments ever for me in reality TV.
Oh shit.
Oh, I just could not. I just thought, holy shit, that's bad. So with that being said, we'll stop talking about reality TV. You want to talk about something that's going on this week?
What's going on this week?
The DNC, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta tell you, so TikTok has been doing a lot of fun comparison videos of like the RNC versus the DNC. And the RNC is like really like cold, dead, and somber. Like,
well, yeah, because the party was on Grindr.
Yeah, I want to say allegedly, but like Grindr stated that
it's on
down.
The news.
That's how boring it was. Everybody was just on Grindr. But like,
I bet Grindr and Sniffies were blowing up so bad.
But then it shows the DNC and like when they were casting their delegate votes, the one video that keeps popping up, which even I am like, that is freaking awesome. Georgia brought Lil Jon to perform.
Oh wow!
Before they gave out theirs, so he did Turn Down for What, and it was so entertaining. And so I've been watching it, and a lot of these speeches, like, I find it to be very hopeful. They're all very like happy, talking about what needs to get done. And then my ladies from the I've Had It podcast, they're there.
Yeah.
And so they're posting all these fun like DNC videos. I love those two women. And so tonight, Thursday, is the night that they're going to officially announce Kamala Harris as the pick. So she's going to come out and do a speech, and there are rumors that Beyonce is going to introduce her.
You know what would be so great?
What?
Beyonce introduces her and Maya Rudolph comes out.
That would be funny. I mean, that right there would definitely make me want to vote for her because she'd have a great sense of humor to do that.
Right.
So there's rumors that Beyonce's going to be there tonight, and then there's also rumors that Taylor Swift is going to make an appearance. I don't think that one's right, but I I have my hopes up for Beyonce, but last night they announced Tim Walz as the VP pick, and his son stole the show because like his son was just like, he was so happy to see his dad up there, and like he was crying, and he just kept pointing at him saying, "That's my dad." And it was just a really sweet moment.
Well, that's nice.
And it pulled at my heartstrings because like my dad's
You're dead
dead
inside.
Well, I'm not dead. Well, I am dead inside, but I also have a dead dad. I can't do that no more.
I can't say it. My dad could be dead. I don't know.
I mean, you'll never know.
I know.
Or as
I could always do that 23andMe thing.
Oh,
spit in a tube.
Up. I would love that if they found your dad.
Oh my god.
You know what though? That would be so much fun for me because I want to be that friend that would go with you to hunt him down.
I really have no like desire.
I'm telling you. I think though, your mom might be like Cartman's mom from South Park.
Could be.
She is asexual and she gave birth to you on her own. And maybe, just maybe, that's why you came out like alien.
Okay.
You never know.
Never know.
That could be true. I mean, have we ever questioned her on the topic?
No.
Anyway, we're going to take a short break. Dylan will look up and see what show Stassi was on before, and we will be right back.
Yeah.
So Dylan looked it up. We're back. Stassi was on a show called
Queen Bees. Why didn't you just say it?
Because I want you to talk too. So the story, according to what Dylan read,
apparently the synopsis is these queen bees are sent to this house thinking they're in a competition to see who the best one is, but it's really a reform school to give them a makeover and not be mean girls.
I can't believe I didn't know about this show.
It came out in 2008.
You know, I bet that it kind of gives Scream Queens vibes because just like how those girls probably act. They act a lot like Chanel. I would think that.
Maybe.
Is there any, like, where can you watch it?
I don't know.
God, Dylan.
Maybe YouTube. I'm sure YouTube has videos of it.
I'm going to have to find that, and I'm going to have to watch it because I love Stassi. That being said, what do you want to move on to?
Any good shows out right now?
So I know that you don't want to talk about it, but let's do a quick
Drag Race.
Global All Stars came out. We don't have to talk about Canada versus the world because it's kind of boring now in comparison. So Global All Stars came out, and this is, I've already decided my preferred way that I think they should do all of the versus the worlds moving forward. They should do all of the versus the worlds moving forward because they take a queen from pretty much all but like 2 or 3 franchises from around the world. They take a queen from each one and then they compete. Like the U.S. is being represented by Alyssa Edwards. Did you just yawn again?
I'm sorry.
So I really like it because it has a wide variety of queens as opposed to like versus the world just seems like they only pick 1 or 2 countries and then that's it.
Yes.
Like
United States and UK.
And Canada.
Yes.
It's just those with like sprinkled in like an Australian and a French queen here and there and that's it.
Yeah.
So Global All Stars I think is a lot more exciting because it's queens from legit all over the world.
Right.
And I really liked the premiere was 2 episodes of the talent show. Thoughts?
Well, honestly, I think my front runners are going to be Alyssa and Queen Kong.
I agree with that. What about talent show wise? Because I thought that the first set of 6 that they did was a lot better than
the second set. Yes, I wish they would have kind of like split the first 6 and put
mormon.
To kind of balance it
because I don't know about you, but with the second set, I do think that Eva La Queen was the best.
Which one was she?
She was the Philippines.
Okay, was she doing the knife sword thing
and the sword fighting?
Okay, yes,
that was my favorite because it had me rolling. And then so she does. Her talent was making rice, which when it started, I was like, oh god, it's gonna be similar.
Another
to
Irene Dubois.
No,
the making water.
I don't think anything will be as bad as that. But That being said, Irene did say that usually she takes like 5 or so minutes to do it to throw in like the jokes and stuff. So maybe it's a lot better live, but because they only got like 90 seconds there.
Right.
So Eva La Queen shows how to make rice, like as she said, her ancestors. And when she gets everything prepared in the rice cooker, she's just like, I don't know, or how long does it take? I don't know, but I'm really into sword fighting. So then she rips off her clothes in like a Chun-Li like outfit and starts swinging the sword around. And then they bring out like a knockoff Charizard. Did you notice that that's what it was?
No.
It was a Mega Charizard.
Oh, wow.
I swear it was a knockoff Mega Charizard. So then she slays the dragon, and then she finds out she never plugged in the rice cooker, so her rice was never made. And that was my favorite one. Most of them were just doing like...
I like Pythia's.
I liked that one because it was different.
It was different.
It was story time. She dressed as a clown, and so my husband couldn't watch it. But she just did a cute little story time. Like Republicans would be triggered because she was like reading a story to kids.
Right.
Except like an inappropriate story. And they don't do that at Drag Queen Story Hour. It's like fairy tales and shit. So hers, Corey couldn't watch. And then the other ones from that were like, most of them were just like original songs, which the one that won with Eva, the top two, it was her and Vanity Vane. Is that her name? I gotta learn all of their names. I apologize. But she's from Switzerland, I believe.
Okay.
She was performing and she had a mic, and I thought she was singing live half the time. And then when I realized she wasn't, I was disappointed because I thought that it was really good until I noticed that. And then I was like, now I'm less impressed. Valgallo was from Mexico. She did a pole dance.
Okay. Oh, that was like that weird S&M pole dance thing, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I thought that was good, but I mean,
I like Alyssa's talent.
He's, in my opinion, the trait of the season. So back to group one, Alyssa, I liked hers, but we also, well, everybody knows her tongue pop. Like she kind of started that. So she does a 80s workout where she is doing tongue pops. And then her stare into the mirror. It was very funny. So,
and then that flash dance ending with the water. Yes.
So it was 80s style. I would suggest if you look up only two of them, look up Alyssa Edwards and look up Eva La Queen. Those were my two overall favorites. The others, again, just primarily did like original songs. The only one that sang live was Kitty Scott Claus from the UK.
Yeah, and it didn't sound that good. I felt the edit did her dirty. Kind of like Fifi O'Hara in All Stars 2.
Do you know who it reminded me of?
Who?
Let Loose.
Yes.
That's what it reminded me of.
Because you know,
Lucy
the editing could have done better for them.
Yeah. I think that, so I love Queen Kong, but my top two, because I thought that it was very interesting and unique, and I've never seen it done on Drag Race, was Miranda Lebras. She did trapeze. So I thought her and Alyssa were my two top because I just thought that it was really interesting because I've never seen that done before on Drag Race.
Right.
And
I could see that.
I thought it was really cool and like something that not everybody could really do. I'm also going to agree with Dylan, though. I think that my top two for the season is going to be Queen Kong and Alyssa, just based off of the first two episodes. I would like to see other frontrunners. I personally think that the first to go might end up being Tessa.
Could be.
And that's just based off of, I'd say, the previews and just the way that
Rue doesn't like her.
I don't know if Rue doesn't like her, because he picked all those girls to go there. Because he even said that in the beginning. He was like, I picked all of you to represent your countries. Which I thought is really neat because it legit is the Olympics of drag. Like, legit at the moment. So, it's really
Eurovision.
Like it kind
where
of is.
America's allowed to be there.
Yeah. So I am rooting for Alyssa, of course, because Team USA.
Well, you know, like when they were doing their like what's it called? Where they go do their interviews and stuff to promote it. The only queen that they were taking places was Alyssa.
Yeah, I saw that. People were like, "Grats on winning the season, girl," and I hope that it's not that obvious. Like, I don't know.
I'm okay if it is. I like Alyssa.
I love Alyssa, but at the same time,
I want her to earn it.
yeah, I want her to earn it. I don't want it to feel like the past, well, the All Stars before this one, like All Stars 9. I want it like with Jimbo, and I love Jimbo, but like you could tell that whole thing was geared just for him.
It makes me sad because I wanted Jessica Wilde to win so
I know
bad.
that you did. And I will never forget her doing the. She left her EBT card at home.
So she couldn't have
Guacamole
on Taco Tuesday.
Guacamole is expensive. That's probably one of my favorite moments on Drag Race ever, because it just lives with you forever. Mm-hmm. Jessica Wilde is really good though, and not to mention all these videos that I see of like with fans in her, because that Drag Race group that I'm a part of, whenever they run into one of the girls, if they manage to like get images with them, they always will like post them and be like, look. And there was one girl that posted saying, look at who I ran into at the bar, and it was Jessica. And she was like, she's just always so sweet and lovely. So I like that. Though, speaking of that, ooh, big news. Did you see the Chapel Rowan stuff?
No, what happened with that?
So some people are coming to her defense, such as like Lizzo, Olivia Rodrigo, a lot of celebrities and stuff. And then some people, which I think are the problem, they are saying that she's being ungrateful and things like that, because she said that she doesn't like when she's just walking around and people will just come up to her and just assume that they can take pictures with her and like try to force their way into like taking fan pictures and stuff like that. And people are like, you should just take the picture. You should be grateful. So it's like,
honestly, it's just not a good look.
She brought up a very good point. She was like, would you just go up to some random person on the street and just like harass them? So when I watched the video, the way that I took it is that she's literally talking about the people that are going crazy and like harassing them and following them everywhere, trying to get these pictures.
Yes.
I don't believe that she's really talking about just like, let's say young Sam comes up and says, can I have a picture? And she's like, no. If they're like, okay, good. And then they leave.
Yeah.
I don't think they're the problem.
No.
I think it's the people that feel like she owes them these things.
Exactly. And she doesn't.
Like Lizzo.
No one owes you anything like that.
Lizzo told a story because she stitched Chapel's video, and she was talking about how when it was one of the last times that she flew by herself, there was a woman on the plane that followed her off of the plane and followed her all through the airport.
See, that's scary.
Yeah, that's what Lizzo said. She was like, it was freaky. And she was like, and when I fly, I'm not done up. So I look very crusty. She was like, I did not look good. She's like, and I turned because I tried to get away from her and go into these stores. And when I thought I lost her, there she was. And she said, can I get my picture with you now? Yeah, just followed her through the airport. So I think that's insane.
That is.
Like, there's a difference of like going up to them and being respectful and saying, hey, can I get a picture? And if they say no, that's that.
Yeah, respect their boundaries.
Right. Just drop it, move on.
Yeah.
Still be a fan. Like, everybody's human, man.
Exactly. And besides, they have the time and the place for that where...
Right.
And if they want to give that extra time, let them, but you're not owed it.
Right.
Like, no one's owed that.
Like, I think that a lot of these crazy people just don't understand that, like, a lot of times with these celebrities, they also have, like, anxiety and things like that, and they don't want to be crowded in that sense.
Right. Because they're just people.
I know.
That's ultimately what it is. But
just
people
better than us.
They hype them up, and so they think they're like best friends.
Yeah, like they know
like
them.
they know when they know absolutely nothing. They only know what the character they want to portray is.
Right. So, have you seen the drama with Taylor Swift and Trump now that...
I didn't look into it, but it was cracking me up.
So I dug more into it because he... So did you see what actually happened?
No.
So somebody posted AI generated photos of her like fans wearing shirts that say Swifties for Trump. So then Trump reposted it. And then he said, I accept, like he's taken the endorsement. And then they posted an image of an AI generated image of Taylor Swift dressed as Uncle Sam doing the point, saying, I want you to vote for Trump.
Oh.
And so she's suing him now because she said that he is using her likeness to like push himself. And she never gave that okay.
Exactly.
And I love it. I love every second of it.
I mean, it makes me respect her more.
Oh, yeah. You can't mess with her. And then I saw that...
she's very smart.
Ooh, yeah.
For everything she's done, she's very smart.
Yeah. And I fell down the Swiftie rabbit hole because I sort of...
Are you a Swiftie now?
I mean, I've always kind of been, but I fell down like the Swiftie rabbit hole of her videos and stuff. And like looking at past interviews, people always ask her crazy shit. Like they try to make her out to be like some like man eater and all this shit.
Yeah.
She doesn't even date that many people.
No.
So like it drives me insane. And then one video clip that I saw of her that I thought she brought up a really good point is where she's sitting there talking and she the interviewer asked her something about the songs that she writes, if they're about guys, blah, blah. This is like long time ago. Long time ago. And she's like, nobody asks Ed Sheeran these types of questions. Like he writes about girls that he's dated all the time. And she has a very valid point there. But it's like, leave her alone. She is fabulous. So yeah, maybe I am turning into a Swiftie.
Have you seen all the drama with like Blake Lively and that movie that she's doing?
I've seen a little bit of it. I saw that Ryan Reynolds had to come out and like defend her and like basically say that she's not a monster. So that's really all I've seen. So what's really going on with it?
I don't. It's like so the dude who created, written it.
Yeah,
the dude who wrote it and is starring in it as the abusive boyfriend. You know how he was in that Jane the Virgin show?
No, I never watched it, but okay.
Okay. So I guess they don't like each other because she put a director hat on and I think she was from what I'm seeing, like she's overstepping her bounds and kind of took charge.
Blake Lively?
Yes.
Oh, and it's his movie.
Yes. And so then I guess there was a controversy where her and Ryan made their own cut of the movie, separate from what he made the cut of it, trying to get theirs.
Her and Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. Yeah. Made a cut to make it so it was theirs that they chose, but they didn't. So there's so much up and down if she really is a bad person or if she's not. I mean, I could kind of see a little bit of both, honestly.
I could see a little bit of both, but at the same time, I don't like that if it's true that her and Ryan Reynolds made their own cut of the movie. I don't like that. Not when the guy's the other dude's the one that like wrote it all and did everything.
So I don't know. You got to look into that. Fall down that rabbit hole.
I probably will fall down that rabbit hole. You always bring up this stuff, and then later on when I get on my phone, that's what pops up.
You're welcome.
All that craziness.
Well, you got to like consume all that for the weekend.
Oh, I do, because I need some prep to prepare for meeting his grandmother for the first time.
So go watch a couple of the first seasons of Vanderpump Rules. Get your Stassi going on.
Girl, I never stopped.
Get that slap ready.
Doing my Stassi.
Are you going to do like the slap that she does to Kristen?
No. Speaking of slaps, Real Housewives, one of my favorite moments ever is when Brandi Glanville slapped Lisa.
Yes.
And they made such a big deal out of it when, like, the video was legit Lisa saying, oh, smack me. Oh, smack me. Ah! And then Brandy's like, barely did it. And she's like, oh, you hit me. And it's like, You told her to.
Uh-huh.
Like gaslighting, man.
Yes.
You told her to do this and then you get her in trouble for it. What the hell? Like that always just stuck with me. But at the same time, Lisa Vanderpump, I've always had a problem with because she was always one of those, I can dish it, but I can't take it.
Yeah.
And I hate that in people. Which is why I like you, because you dish it and you can take it.
You should reenact the Taylor meme.
What
At the dinner with over on the weekend. Yes.
with the cat.
Yes.
So we will take a quick break and then we will come back with
Final thoughts.
Thank you, Dylan. Anyways, we are back with final thoughts.
Yeah.
So Dylan is going to his uncle's wedding this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So
that'll be fun.
So you're going to see like your whole family, like both, like all the sides, or?
So that I don't know yet. I'm at least going to see my mom's brother. Both sides of the grandparents are coming, so that'll be nice.
I really do love your grandma that lives here now. She's very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, hopefully he will look at some funny news stories on his way and like make note of them so that he can bring those to talk about. And I will do the same over the weekend in my car ride to go meet my husband's grandmother for the very first time. And hopefully she doesn't, well, I mean, she already hates that I'm homosexual, but hopefully she doesn't hate me.
Are you going to wear like flamboyant colors?
No, I'll probably just wear normal, like
muted straight people colors? Yeah. Good.
I did think for a second about wearing my shirt that says, I love my husband before it was legal.
A rainbow ascot and a fan.
You know what? I do have from the Disney Pride collection, the Mickey Mouse heart, and then in the middle, the heart is rainbow, and it's a red shirt. I think I've worn it on here.
Probably.
I think I did for our Pride episode, but I have that. Maybe I should wear that. But that being said, I don't really have a lot going on this week. Next week, we are going to hopefully hit up 2 open mics, and if I can grow a pair of balls, I can get up there.
Maybe you can. Who knows?
I'm certainly trying. That's part of the therapy. That being said, please like, follow, subscribe. We are at Humble Narcissists with an S. We are on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Patreon. Still 0 people on Patreon. Someone please follow us. Anybody. That being said, if there are things that you would like us to talk about, please let us know. We will work that in because we are kind of just doing random stuff because Dylan doesn't want to talk about Drag Race, and that's the only real show going on right now.
We can talk about Drag Race. I don't care.
We'll still talk about Global because I have to talk about Global. I won't talk about the others, but I'll talk about that.
That's fine.
You know what, though? Katya brought up a really good point with T.S. Madison about gays like you who say that there's too much Drag Race going on.
What?
Because he was like, it's like the one show that's for us. Like, thank God it's going on because that's about it for us. Like, that's all we got.
I get this. It's just a little much.
Well, you don't have to watch them all.
Or maybe extend them, make them a little longer instead of...
True. I mean, All Stars 10 will probably be a long season because there's 3 groups of like 6 queens, and then they don't all get together until the 3 groups come down to 3 each, and then the 9 queens get together. So I think that'll be longer. But at the same time, I want to know if they're upgrading the stage for that like they did with Global.
Maybe.
But Global, I really like their stage. That being said, please like and follow. We will see you next week.
Bye.